One thing that I think a majority of creatives can agree on is that art takes a lot of effort. Sure, there's always gonna be that one abstract motherfucker who just urinates all over a 16-foot canvas and calls it a day, but the rest of us typically don't have that luxury. You see, real artists gotta suffer and sacrifice for their end product and will do whatever it takes to finish it no matter the cost. I mean, you think Playboy Cardi was going around taking care of his child all throughout the development of Whole Lotta Red? No, he needed to cook the fuck up. Parenthood was not the top priority. Of course, now he has time to take cute little pictures with his son, but my man bled his ass out into the microphone to make this shit. He paid his dues, he put in his time, and made an amazing piece of art that will be remembered for a long time. And that's what it's really all about at the end of the day. Public reception. Personal satisfaction? Get out of here. Valuable time spent with your peers and friends? Nope. Making innovative and thought-provoking media? Kill yourself. All that really matters is that Fantano score, baby. Public reception, Twitter threads, pop culture. That's the only real thing that people care about at the end of the day. Oh, what's that, Jimmy? You made hand turkeys for art class and you painted them all by yourself? Yeah? And a guy made COVID by eating a bat. Just stay in your lane, Jimmy. God. Everyone thinks they can do art now. It's ridiculous. It's almost like there needs to be some sort of supergroup of old elitist media CEOs who decide definitively what's the best art every year and scare away any potential future artists from ever trying to make anything that isn't God's plan or sing too. This is the part of the video where I talk about award shows. Sometime around 50 to 100 years ago, two art snobs named Emmy and Oscar and someone's grandma formed a triforce of elitism called the Academy and made it their personal mission to start the tradition of the award show. A one-night event celebrating only the finest works of art the world has offered in the past year by, get this, ranking and putting them against each other. I've always found the concept of award shows like the Grammys and the Oscars to be so funny. Like, you invite 5 people you nominated for a chance to win a completely subjective award just for them to show up and be told, hey, we think this other guy did a way better job than you, and we're not gonna explain or elaborate why, but have a great night. Oh, but the degenerate, not everything's about winning. Sometimes you just need to be a good sport and congratulate the winner. But you see, that's the problem with it. It's not like sports. The people who are given the awards don't physically train and prove their artistic ability against each other in physical, clearly visible fights for victory. Most of the time, it just boils down to the mood of whoever's judged that year. A part of me is half convinced that the old guys who give out these supposed awards just play eeny, meeny, miny, mo with a bunch of album covers and just say fuck it. I don't want to be the guy to bring up the Good Kid, Mad City incident, but come on! To be fair, the Macklemore record that went against Kendrick wasn't even really that bad of an album for what it was, but still, it just goes to show that these guys don't understand what the hell they're doing. That's also why tons of people get mad at major reviewing sites and critics too, because being real, all criticism of art just boils down to some variant of, I'm not really feeling it, man. Because at the end of the day, no matter how much word spaghetti you write down out of your greasy little liberal art degree fingers to describe how much you hated a piece of art, it will always be subjective. Always. For every 20 Muppet Baby haters on the internet, there's about 4 or 5 Muppet Mafia members willing to dismember and sell your limbs in the name of that show. I may not like it, and God may not appreciate it, but that's just the way the world works, and we kinda just have to live with it. I don't exactly like sharing the world with James Corden either, but I'm not exactly his target audience, am I? I mean, I'm sure there's one guy out there who enjoyed Cats. I can't say for sure he's mentally well and unarmed, but he's definitely out there. Somewhere. Oh, well, degenerate, how can you be mad at Macklemore winning over Kendrick if everything is subjective? Are you gonna tell people who love Macklemore that they're wrong? 1, yes I will, but 2, the problem isn't liking certain things, it's the overwhelming pedestal we put on opinions of bigwigs in the Academy and just critics in general. Like, if you were looking at 2 applicants for a professional music-related job, and you saw one of them was a previous Grammy winner, there's sort of a connotation that comes with that title. Like, in your head, you may just be biased to think that, oh, this Grammy winner guy's music gets recognized on a professional and global scale. He must be the superior musician. Well, what would you do if I told you that this supposed musical genius was no other than DJ Khaled? Now, if this was the Sexiest Man Alive contest, this would be a very different conversation, but that's not the case. That's not the case. So then, what do we base talent on? Where do we put the bar to judge art? We can't trust Hollywood for professional opinions. Where do we get them from? What even is art? Why don't women like you? Where do babies come from? All these questions are tough and don't all have clear answers. But in regards to art you personally like, the best thing you can do is support the individuals making it. I'm so sick of people on Twitter and TikTok saying shit like, all new blanks are the same. I miss the old blank. How come there's no good new blank? But the thing is, there is good new shit. You're not looking hard enough. There are so many talented artists, musicians, directors, content creators out there who don't get enough recognition, just waiting for someone like you to stumble across their content and give it a little love. Those are the people who need your support. So stop it and shut up. right now. One thing I do look forward to, though, regarding content reviews are end-of-year lists made by a few select YouTubers and online people I follow. And when I mention end-of-year lists, I'm not talking about Watch Mojo or IGN or any of those talking heads, but just actual individuals, humans, talking about how certain pieces of art moved them that year and making videos out of it in hopes of spreading those positive memories to other people. It's definitely worked on me, and it's how I've found numerous albums, games, and movies I otherwise probably never would have looked at on my own. And that's all that really matters at the end of the day, recognizing art for being cool. And if there's one thing you should take away from this video, it's that the only person you can trust to determine quality in art is yourself. You want to watch 8-hour baby sensory videos starring 4 balls in a square? Go for it, big dog. No one's stopping you. Nothing is real, the world is an illusion, and you will never truly be happy. So do what you want. But before I go, I do actually have a bit of an announcement to make. I, Degenerate, am starting my own award show, The Indies. And I'm actually giving out my first award right now.
Alright, I just gotta find the envelope real quick. You know, of course it's there, Jesus.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got my first indie award to give out of the night. It's a pretty special moment. This particular award goes out to Best Guy of 2022. Pretty tough pick, pretty close, but I think personally, when it comes down to it, you gotta really, it goes to George. Wild card pick. Who would have guessed George? George, obviously this is a big accomplishment for you, you know. Anything you'd like to say to your fans out there and your family back home?
I think I want to nominate this award to my Reformed Orthodox Rabbi Bill Clinton. Thank you, everybody.